Hi, Justin again.
Hey, how's it going,
So,
Hiroya?
yes, I'm super good. Okay,
Nice.
just thanks. And then, how can I find the tokens, movement, activities, or transaction, or whatever, aside from Bitcoin?
I see. So before we dive in, you said transactions. That's a little deep, but if we keep it super simple and we say, hey, how do I find tokens and other blockchains? Is
Okay,
that your
okay,
question?
okay. Okay, of course, yes.
Okay, so one of the major websites you want to use would be CoinMarketCap. And this website is super important because, for one, it's owned by one of the biggest exchanges, which is Binance, which
Hmm.
is behind the BNB coin, or it used to be called BSC, which was Binance Smart Chain. They changed their name to BNB, which is Build and Build, just more building, more, just building. So this is a website that puts together all sorts of information for various blockchains. I mean, and various tokens. So let's go back a step. Blockchains have a currency, which is a coin, a cryptocurrency. It's the native asset that you use to pay fees. So you'll see up here, it says ETH gas fee. It shows how much the fee is per transaction. Every blockchain, if you're transacting, no matter what you're doing, whether you're sending an amount to somebody or you're going to deposit an amount into a loan contract, or you're going to withdraw some money, you have to spend some of that asset to do the transaction. So if you're on Ethereum, you're going to spend a little bit of ETH. If you're on Bitcoin, you must send a little bit of BTC. If you're on Solana, you're going to spend a little bit of Sol, and so on, right? I'll do one more. If you're on Avalanche, you're going to spend a little Avalanche. And so this website essentially gives you a lot of information about each of these major coins, the blockchains, but not just that. They also show you, or it also shows you, information about the various tokens that are in that ecosystem. This website, or websites like it, give you information about each blockchain, but then you can also find the other tokens that are on the blockchain, on that specific blockchain. So that's like, wow, this is telling me that there are hundreds or thousands of blockchains, but then each blockchain could have hundreds and or thousands of tokens. So this is where it can get really, really complicated. The truth is, this is why a lot of times we just say Bitcoin and chill, BTC and chill. Hiroya, why do you think we just say something like that, Bitcoin and chill?
Well, easy to work on everything with Bitcoin. Like you said, is
Super easy.
yes, super easy. For the first time, for me, it's not so easy because it's very hard to see the find something. But for now, I can tell you guys it's so easy to work and to play on Bitcoin. But let's see the coin market cap. I want to see this Ethereum, Tether, BNB, or many tokens or blockchains there. What is that?
Right. So there's more to it than that, though. There's much more to it than just the fact that Bitcoin's easy to work with. Because in
Yes.
some cases, it's actually a little complicated, like every blockchain can be complicated. But the difference is Bitcoin is essentially programmed to go up in price, upwards and to the right. Institutional investments are strong. Institutional adoption, mainstream adoption is strong. So when you're going into other tokens, you're going further and further down the risk curve. More risk, more risk, more risk. As soon as you get further away, the further away you get from Bitcoin is the more risk you're putting on. Maybe it's extra leverage. If you think of it as more leverage, you can start at Bitcoin, but then if you're going to go into, let's just say, Dogecoin, you're adding 3x or even 10x leverage on your money. You could lose it faster or you can gain much more. And maybe 10x is just an exaggeration, but the point I'm making is Bitcoin and chill is not a bad strategy at all. If you look at the Bitcoin chart and you zoom out, it just pretty much goes from the bottom left to the top right. And every time there's a significant dip of 30% or more and you buy, give it a few weeks, you're probably back in profit or back at break even, going to higher numbers. So let's move back. And let's also look at CoinMarketCap in a different way and say that not only can you look at each blockchain, you can, and then also the tokens within that ecosystem, you can also look into various categories. So the beautiful thing about categories is that you could find something that you might be interested in. you can go to various categories. So perhaps you're into artificial intelligence. Perhaps you like real world assets. Perhaps you're into science. Perhaps you're into gaming or metaverses. Perhaps you're into politics or some other stocks. Maybe you want to trade stocks on the blockchain. So you want to hold Tesla or a token that represents the Tesla stock on the blockchain. Perhaps you're into interoperability, so how different technologies work together to connect all of these different blockchains. Because like we've said, there are so many blockchains, page after page of blockchains. And then within each blockchain, there are page after page after page of tokens, right? So when I ask you, Hiroya, when you go to check the different categories, tell me a few that stand out to you, and I'll tell you a few that stand out to me.
Oh, recently I love to see the AI and big data. And then,
Right.
yeah, and then, well, I'm checking. Not
There's one about animal memes.
Something. Yeah, animal memes.
Cat
yeah.
themed, right?
Yes.
Oracles. We should talk about oracles one day. Definitely oracles are very important because they help to bring real world data onto the chain. Just like you would with weather, which is real world, you digitize it and you put it in, so that in an API so that you can view it on a phone or maybe in your car, right? Privacy is another thing. So blockchains are totally transparent. Yes, your name and your phone number and your email address are not necessarily connected. However, your wallet address is totally public. And if you share that wallet address publicly with people, then yes, they can tag it as being yours. So privacy is very interesting. Decentralized finance. Give me one more that you're interested in, Hiroyo.
DeFi.
DeFi. Why do you like DeFi? What are some interesting things about DeFi to you?
Oh, because of the trading issue. So ask me, what's DeFi? It's decentralized finance. So it's very good to see this.
It's kind of like bringing the banking world or the banking system directly to your hands. Does that make sense? Would you say it's kind of true?
Yeah. Thank you for explanation. That's true.
Yeah. Well, that's my take on it as well. And maybe it is an explanation in a way, or maybe a definition. But DeFi essentially allows you to do lending, borrowing, to earn yields, APR, APY, even to educate yourself in that world. But you're doing it with your own choices, your own free will. There's no intermediary. As a matter of fact, the only intermediary, I suppose, would be the technology. There's no third party. This is 24/7. Most of it is not locked by jurisdiction. This is why stable coins, $1 tokens essentially, or tokens that are pegged to $1 or to a franc or to whatever that other currency is, your digital version of that. So not a central bank digital currency, but more like a decentralized digital currency where people can transact value all the time at any point in time. So yeah, DeFi is absolutely fantastic, fascinating to me. So if anything, I would say to use this information that we're giving you, build on it, add your own information to it, use your AI tools to help you become stronger. Type in DeFi. Ask, what is decentralized finance? Ask, what is a stable coin? What is the mempool? What is Bitcoin? How does it work?
I just want to say, okay, I think it's a very good era. 1 year ago, when I began to but explore blockchain, I have no idea to ask. Aside from Justin. Justin is my kind of life to know about this. But right now we have AI. You can ask AI, but you need decent information, update information. I think that is very important for you to be comfortable in blockchain.
Right on. It's fascinating. I'm glad to be here and I'm glad to help out. And I would recommend everybody check us in the community. Of course, free consultation, get as much information as you want, get one-on-one time with us. Or maybe 2-on-1, something like that, right? And we can all figure out essentially how to help you advance in this world, how to use AI to its fullest potential to give you more information to help to educate you. And of course, you have to learn how to interact with it. but also, of course, how to navigate the blockchain space. What DeFi projects should you get into? What categories are interesting? How do you custody your assets in a safe way and be secure? Because as Hiroyo said, there are lots of scammers out there. So let's do it together, right?
Yes, of course. Join us.
You've got to use the technology that's here for us right now, because ultimately it is the right time. Guys, catch you in the next one.